I gotta say something about these pictures. Especially in the past, I guess, 5 years. It's not gonna stop anytime soon, by the way. This movie is called Gunpowder Milkshake, in case you couldn't tell by the title. This is another movie, obviously made by Feminist. And as it didn't take long in the picture, as you can see at the bottom over there, for them to really nail that thing home. So, I've noticed something very interesting about these movies that have come out recently. Pretty much ever since Ghostbusters, the Lady Ghostbusters 2016, that they all have the same agenda. Make men look stupid or evil. As a feminist, I don't know. I've heard from actual feminists that there's 3 levels of feminism. And one of the levels of feminism is wanting equality between women and men, which is fine. And then there's the extremist version of feminism, in which they don't like men, they don't like talking about men, anything men related is bad. So there's different levels to them. But in the end, they all have one thing in common. They all want what men have. And the idea that you give feminists, people that declare the feministic rights, to make a movie, and especially to put it on the big screen per se. This is a Netflix movie. To put it on the big screen, as far as I know, it's a Netflix movie. It probably is. Everything else is on Netflix. I saw this movie in its entirety, by the way. I'm just pause here. I saw the entire movie. It's definitely a John Wick kind of movie. It's a female John Wick. And, like how back in the day, you're a black this person, or you're white this person, or you're an Asian this person, or you're like, now we got a new one. You're the female this person. You're the female ghost person. You're the female this and that. So now we have another one. Is this anything really super different than John Wick to call itself its own movie? Honestly, after seeing the entire thing, it's not. Here are the beats that this movie follows from John Wick. Someone wronged someone else, and then that person goes on a killing spree. You got a whole bunch of henchmen to mow down and kill. Same thing. You got to protect. In this picture, there's like an escort mission per se with that little girl, the same little girl from My Spy. So the same mentality. You got to protect her. They kidnap her. She gets the girl back there. She gets kidnapped again, and yada yada yada. The whole thing goes in a circle. And there's an underground society, like you're seeing right here, in which you can get weapons and goods for her killing spree. So same thing as John Wick. Martial arts skills, really good at hand-to-hand combat, trickery, gun fu stuff there. Same thing as John Wick. Rough, tough character like John Wick as well. Seem kind of like stoic personality. Same thing. So the reason why this is the reason why I made this video is because I was thinking about it from the past, right? In the colonial boomer days of the 80s. And I thought to myself, man, the stuff that's happening now didn't happen at all back in the 80s or the 90s when movies were coming out and stuff like that. 70s, 60s, 80s, 90s. You didn't really see, to my knowledge, you didn't see remakes of older pictures there with men or women involved back then. And if you think about it, the movies that we hold dear to our hearts now, Karate Kid, Coming to America, Terminator, Rambo, I think I said Back to the Future already, but you get my point. Those movies, even Aliens can go there as well. Aliens, which is Sigourney Weaver. T2 Judgment Day, True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, they all have the same thing I'm talking about right here. RoboCop, Commando, the list goes on and on. Those movies, whether it be Star Wars, you want to go there as well, Star Wars, like movies that we herald now, they all have essentially one thing in common back then that they definitely have an issue with now. None of those movies back in the day did anything at all to make women look dumb or evil. None of them. You had evil women in them, but not a lot of them to make it be all about them being evil. This movie makes men look stupid. Maybe it's not all men, but the organization, there's a lot of men in here, make them look like dullards, and you got evil sadistic motherfuckers who will do anything to get ahead. So, this movie does that. Ghostbusters make men look stupid with the Thor character, the ditzy guy. There's barely even a minute in that movie anyway. Black Widow, the new Black Widow, makes men the focal point of being evil and or stupid. The Father, Red Guardian, he was kind of stupid in the movie. He was like getting close to his girls there, being kind of stupid, derpy. And then the main bad guys are evil. And there is one quote-unquote best friend guy, and they have to make a joke about that's exactly what I want to hear, us being friends. That's an inside joke there for men and women being friends or whatever. It's such like a slap in the face to like men right there. Like, oh, friend zoned. Oh, wink. How many times in 80s or 90s movies do you talk about being friend zoned? Or you talked about, like, men being stupid. Not saying that exactly, but the men in the movie are stupid. Or the men in the movie are evil. Yes, you had stupid men in movies, but not a lot of them. And yes, you had evil men in movies, but not a lot of them. Or the only thing in the movie. And the only thing in Black Widow are stupid men and evil guys. Ghostbusters, same thing. Black Widow, same thing. And this movie, the same thing. They're pushing an agenda that says that men are evil and stupid. And it's right there at the bottom of the screen there, feminism right there. It's an agenda. Let's take the new Loki series for an example. Yeah, I'm going there. Ever since Sylvie, episode 2, she was unveiled, she was portrayed to be smarter and more cunning and more uplifting than Loki is, right? Loki was kind of the lovesick puppy thing, kind of following where Sylvie goes, and kind of went under her spell, and it was quickly done, and where Sylvie was in control of Loki and everything that he was doing. Loki tried to play it off that he was in control, but in the end, I think most of the viewers knew that Sylvie was in control, even until the very end. So even that show had it be a feminist agenda to put Sylvie to be the forefront. The men, like Mobius, he was the stupid guy in the show, and yeah, it was another agenda. I saw right through it. So if you look at movies back then, Back to the Future, Terminator, Coming to America, do you remember any of those movies back in the day where a majority of women are evil and dumb? For the most part back then, if it was that way, most women would be like treated as sexual objects back then. They'd be treated as sexual objects, like in Revenge of the Nerds or Weird Science. Not Weird Science really, because there was only one girl in that movie, and the other girls in the movie were girlfriends, and it was just one. One girl was treated like an object, and the other girls in the picture weren't treated like dullards or evil. They just went along for the ride. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Back in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, there was one love interest, Ferris, in that movie, and was she dumb? The sister was portrayed as evil, but it was more like a bitch evil because that's the way that she was. But not all women in the picture were like that. So that's not an agenda right there. It was normal to just go to a movie and see what it is. Now, you look at a movie now, especially starring a lot of females, and you think one thing. Is there an agenda here to make the opposite sex look stupid? And that's, unfortunately, the way it's going to be for a long time. And if women want to point the blame as to why men don't want to see movies starring all females, it's shit like this. This movie does have, I'm going to skip a little bit, head forward a little bit here, and show you some of the cool action scenes. But, it's not going to play on your screen or whatever. So So this movie does have like some cool action sequences in there. Look at that face right there. This is Nebula, by the way, from Guardians of the Galaxy. So it goes up its way. That's another stupid guy right there, making men wheelchair stuff there look bad. So, like, yeah, this is this another agenda movie. You want to know why men don't treat shit like that? It's stuff like this there. There's no incentive for men to go see a movie in which, like, it stars a lot of women when they know, for the most part, they're gonna be treated like nonsense. They're gonna be treated like fodder for the women to get over. Instead of it being a movie of its own, it has to push an agenda where men are the objects of stupidity. So, like, if it was just a regular movie, if women were part of the bad guys, it'd be another story. I'm like, okay, cool, like evil stuff there. I don't have to think about that kind of stuff there. But all the men in the picture are stupid or evil idiots. No. As you can see here, like I said, I'm not going to show you the very end of the picture, but the movie's not that bad when it comes to action stuff. It's very good stuff. They're very, very good. Especially the final sequence, which I'm not going to show. It's like a lot of stuff happens all at once, and thankfully the director decided to put all that stuff in slow motion because there's a lot of bodies, moving parts there. Put it all in slow motion so you can see all the kills nice and good and quick. So that was really cool. So overall, it's not a bad picture. I'm just saying that most people can see right through this kind of stuff. Like, why couldn't a guy be part of the secret society? Why'd it have to be all women in there to make people think about kind of stuff there? Maybe two guys and a girl, or maybe like the girl goes for like three guys there, and it's a support character, that kind of stuff there. You know, like why all women here are strong and confident, and all the guys look stupid. That's really messed up stuff right there. And I like Terminator Woke Fate. Terminator Woke Fate there. I don't remember any men in the picture, like men, you know, like in the picture really of importance. Flesh and blood, not metal from the future. No actual flesh and blood men being important in that movie. Do you? I don't remember any men being important throughout the entire picture. I don't remember that. So that's why movies that star women are a red flag to guys that don't go see it. Because it's likely pushing some stupid agenda to make them look bad. If it's a mixed thing all over the poster, sure, no problem. But all women in the poster, red flag right there. And with this movie, all women on the cover, red flag. As soon as I saw the movie, I was like, uh-oh, here we go, guys. Agenda City, and it was. So predictable. Alright, that's it for now. Clack off.